Alright, figured I'd do a walk around on my Grand Cherokee where I am so far in the build. It is January, what day I couldn't tell you, 28, 2012. Finally got my hoist open after finishing the engine in the Durango, and got the axles tore out this morning, and these axles set underneath so we can do some testing. Engine's just sitting in there, axles are basically just sitting underneath, front axles welded in for now just so I can play with the steering and whatnot. So we'll do a quick walk around here. To start, 2000 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited with a new Cummins 4BT, rated at 105 horse, 300 pound-feet of torque, for now anyway. Front axle is a Dana 60 out of a 95 F350, and that is a high pinion driver drop. Behind the 4BT is a 47 RH out of a 95 Dodge Diesel, so that's a hydraulic lock-up torque converter with overdrive. So very minimal electrical to do on that. Behind that is a Dana 300 with a flip ring, so it gives me my driver's side orientation. Pretty happy so far with where things are shaping up. Got a pretty flat belly. The only thing that really is sticking down is the oil pan, which I will most likely be clearancing that up good 3 inches to get it up even with the bell housing as well. So I should have a nice flat underbelly on the whole thing. This cross member, of course, will be coming out. It's just in so I can hold my transmission in for now. Moving to the back, another Dana 60, mid-90s Dodge, loaded with 488s, 35 spline chromos, and spool. Plan right now is to 4-link the rear, and actually I'm thinking I'm going to do leaf springs in the front. Was originally thinking of 3-link or 5-link, depending on how you look at it, the front. You know, link it with a pan hard bar, but clearances are pretty tight. I'd have to do a tremendous amount of trimming, and I've wheeled with leaf springs before and really been happy with them. So with the right leaf springs, I think it'll give me the performance I want, and stability as well, which is sometimes lacking on these full-bodied coil sprung vehicles. I do intend to run air bumps as well on all 4 corners, just to smooth out the landings a bit. In the back, you can see I've done just the rough trimming, just enough to fit the tires. That's it. I just wanted to be able to fit the tires for test fitting at full stuff. I've got to do a lot more trimming because as the axle articulates, it is going to cause that 38-inch TSL to come up into the fender, and I want to make enough room for 42s down the road if I ever decide to go that large of a tire, which I probably will. You can see I already cut out the spare tire well. Interior's pretty well gutted. Got to just carpet under the driver and passenger seat to pull out. I was thinking with the engine I was going to have to modify my firewall extensively for the exhaust. I don't think I'm going to have to do that now. I'm just going to run the engine a little bit further forward. It's not ideal for weight distribution, but with my exhaust I can run a Cobra's head, snake it up through there, and not have to modify my firewall, which means I can keep my dual climate control, which will keep my wife happy when she wheels with. Front tires do clear. Really, it just clears the 38s where I've got the wheelbase set up now, which is extended 4 inches front and rear over factory. So down the road, if and when I run to a larger tire, I'll trim this area in here and plate it and reinforce it. Down the road, plan is to cut off the rockers, which are quite rusty anyway, and do a slider / mini boat sides. I don't know how aggressive I'll get, if I'll trim up into the door or not, to give myself a little more clearance on the sides. Right now at full stuff with the front and rear tires on the ground, I'm running about a 17-inch belly height, and my thought is to go about 4 or 5 inches above that for ride height. So there's where we're at so far in the build. Hopefully I can get some more progress going here shortly. I've got to do some more research on my suspension and finalize what I'm going to do. So see you later.